welcome to the Indy Airstrip Attack, brought to you by the Indiana Corn Marketing Council and Unleaded 88. This is a Revolution and Shift Sector event. I'm Jimmy Shaberg, and I will be announcing all the exciting half-mile racing today. Right now, up you see on your screen, it looks like we've got a GTR up against a GT350 Mustang. It's one of our grid girls there. We get them locked and loaded. We just had an airplane land out here in beautiful Marion, Indiana. And we are live. Nice looking GTR right there. Looks like the GT350 might have some drag radials on it. I can't really tell from that vantage point. Shows up on my screen, the GT350 has 526 horsepower. Don't have the information just yet on the GTR. I've already had some over 200 mile an hour passes. Looks like we got Tony K in that GTR, 565 horsepower. Great views from our broadcast team. Good job there. 146.9 for Tony, 140.4 for Mark. A couple more cars coming up to the line. There's our unleaded 88 Dodge. It's Mark Bayless. And our unleaded 88 Mustang from Arthur Richardson. Listen to that unleaded 88 fuel working like a charm. 137.9 right there for Arthur. Mark Bayless in the Challenger, the unleaded 88 Challenger, 130.62. Coming up next, we got plenty more out here at the Indy Airstrip Attack. Thank you once again for joining us. Looks like we got Mike Geiserman in that Grand Sport Corvette. He was here yesterday, best 143.08. Roy Binkley in that Camaro has been the best of 153.01, 700 horsepower. Let's see what they're going to do. We got a little social distancing this early in the morning already. $154.22 for Roy, 144.46 there for Mike. Paul Fox coming up in a CO6. Of course, we want to thank our syndication partners for bringing this live stream to you at home. We got Carbuzz, That Racing Channel, Street FX, and 1320 Video. Of course, today's broadcast is produced by Revolution, Shift Sector, and JeffreyJHart.com. Got Slava in the M6 there. MABIndy.com. A lot of fast cars they brought out here this weekend. All 920 horsepower working well in Slava's M6. MAB Indy in the house there. 170.07. That is a new best for the weekend for him. He's going to be excited about that. Paul Fox with a 155.17, also a best. That air's getting crisper. A couple more nice looking cars coming up here. Robert Paxson in that 14 Mustang. Been a best of 151.6. Jamie Mumpower in that Camaro, been a best of 146.3. Chrissy waiting for the go. It looks like we have one, and go. It's pretty close. Robert and the Mustang is going to take him down to the end. Got the appetizer menu. Serve that one up. You can see the flags put over there. A little bit of a wind here. 152.7. That's a new best right there for Robert. Jamie Mumpower, the 140.23. Now we got a real fast Porsche coming up. 02.911. Sean there has been a best of 161.5. See it right there on the screen. A lot of fast Porsches here. See the Indiana Corn Marketing Council flag bending. Great views we got from our broadcast team. Hopefully you're enjoying that at home as much as I am. Solo pass here. Looks like he's had a really good launch. Cars have been a little faster this morning. What's this one going to do? Right through the traps. Mile an hour coming up. 162.75. Once again, faster. I say Stewart T1 probably head to the starting line. Cars are getting a little faster. Air must be good. Just throwing it out there. Got Patrick Parker, speaking of S2000s, we got Patrick Parker in an S2000, 550 horsepower up against Matthew Stetz in an Audi S4, 400 horsepower. Audi wasted no time. Will the S2000 catch up? A little. Let's see what that mile an hour looks like. Once again, practicing good social distancing out here at the Indy Airstrip Attack. Patrick in the S2000 looks like he ran waiting for my mile an hour show up. And we're still waiting. Showed up. Not showing up. Not sure why. As soon as I see it, I'll certainly announce it. We're having a full conversation. She's plugging her ear, so it must mean it's going to go fast. He's got the fast. I don't have information on this car just yet. Quite sure what we have in the weight. Must be timing and scoring is my guess. He's ready to go. There we go. Patrick Parker in the S2000 with a 129.2. Matthew Stetz in that Audi S4 with a 130.24. There's our good friends from 1320 out here catching a bunch of the stuff live. Now here you go. This is a real fast Porsche. This is Ryan, that 911. Bit of best of 204.08. Pretty sure that's why she was plugging her ears. He gonna go fast. Still in it. All the way, baby. What's that mile an hour going to be? 207.18. There you go.
Yeah, I'm fighting with the wind in my umbrella right now.
Ryan's in the house. 1,200 horsepower. Porsche 911. 3 miles an hour faster than yesterday's best. Cars are going a little faster this morning. You're watching it unfold here live. Ryan LaCosta coming up in the Z06 up against Seth Moore in that Camaro SS. See him right there. Seth's been the best of 153.7 to a 152.2 for the Z06. Z06 with the early gap. About 2 bus lengths on that one. No, that's not the top speed. It's not 910 miles an hour, just saying. 153.3 though for LaCosta in that Z06. Got to get our. We got our unleaded 88 Hellcat, one of our large sponsors, largest for the broadcast here at the Indy Airstrip Attack. Of course, that's driven by Mark Bayless. He's going up against John Moore, who on my screen says he's been 75,000 miles an hour. So I'm not really sure what's up there. Timing thing to look into, I don't know. A couple beautiful cars. Try to get why it shows he's been 75,000 miles an hour. That's impressive. That's faster than anything going on right now at the at Salt Flats. That's right. Looks like we're going to get that looked at. So we've got an airplane that's actually going to be crossing the runway here. We're going to get that airplane cleared out. Obviously, then we're going to get right back to racing here in about 2 minutes, maybe 3. Depends on how fast they land. A lot of times, the airplanes like to take a nice view of the whole event, which is cool. You saw the unleaded 88 Challenger right there. Of course, that's our largest sponsor here for the live stream. Appreciate their support. Meantime, we're going to take a look at that timing down there on the big end, see what's going on. See our camera crew right there from our broadcast, part of the Revolution Shift Sector team, all brought to you and powered up here by JeffreyJHart.com. So we're back to our racing here momentarily. Kind of sort of looks like he's sneaking around that car, doesn't it? And sneak away from it. It's scary. All that unleaded 88 horsepower change in that car. So while we wait here at the Indy Airstrip Attack, we're going to play a little bit of footage from yesterday's live stream. Take a peek right there on your screen and see some pretty cool stuff happening yesterday. All right. Great launch there by Mark Bayless on that unleaded 88 Challenger. John Moore in that Z06 is going to have no part of that, though. Went around the outside, mile an hour. Coming up 132.4 to 152.03 for John. Beautiful venue out here, great views. Camera crew doing a great job bringing all this to your home. Dennis Morgan right here, he was the best of 158.5. 939 horsepower in that beautiful blue Corvette. Solo pass here, going all by himself. Listen to that one eat. Dennis Morgan there in that Z06. He put a best of 158.5. Waiting here to see what he actually did mile an hour. It looks like 166.5. So cars are definitely getting faster. Here you go. Love this race. Josh Spence in that CTSV wagon up against Tom Bretz in that beautiful 56 Chev. Both of these cars over 190 miles an hour, 189.7 to be exact for the 56 Chev, 198.5 for the CTSV wagon. Are you guys ready for this at home? Oh boy, oh boy. This is going to be a race. '56 Chev got a little slideways. Look at that CTSV, come on. Is that gonna be a 200-mile-an-hour pass? Let's find out. Woo, boy. Both those cars bad fast, mile an hour coming up. 198.85 miles an hour for the CTSV, 191.41 for the 56 Chev. Best this weekend for him. Congratulations to both of them. That is their new personal best over the weekend. Now we got Slava back here in that M6 with 920 horsepower. Been a best of 170. Sijin and his Gallardo been a best of 185.8. Beautiful looking cars right there. One of our unleaded 88 cars, of course. Slavo right there from mabindy.com. Looks like that Lamborghini was a missile. It was on the move. Mile an hour coming up for him. 204.64 miles an hour in the Gallardo. Wow. Welcome to the 200-mile-an-hour club, sir. And a 167.29 for Slav in that M6. What do you think about that? Here we go. We got Stuart Libby. Must have heard my call out. I'm hoping he gets his 200. He's right there. He's literally at 199 and change. He's going up against James Bullis in that Challenger. 600 horsepower in that one. 1100 in Stuart Libby's S2000. Out here repping T1. Slingshot mode engaged. Stewart's on the boil. Is it going to be a 200-mile-an-hour pass? It looked good and clean to me. Come on, Stewart. Did it show up for you? Is it there? 197.11. He's just right there. He's facing the sub 200-mile-an-hour blues. That happens. James Bullis right there with a 127.77 right next to him. Zach Bohr, Z01 Camaro, Daniel Bartram in that Z06, 151.2 best for the ZL1, 156.7, 1320 right there on the back of that Camaro. That is the Flying Pumpkin for sure. Beautiful cars. Here we go. Pretty close. A little bit less than a appetizer between those guys. 157.4 for Daniel in the Corvette. CL1 with the 1320 sticker on the back. 144.9. We got our Car Buzz car coming up. That's that beautiful Plum Crazy purple beast. It was pretty fast yesterday too. Briar Madden. Best of 168.4. Robbie Swan did like 8 billion passes yesterday. He had a best of 163.4. Got our Car Buzz right there. You can see it. One of our great syndication partners. Appreciate them. Maybe I should say it like Car Buzz. Great views. The Mustang going to catch him. Looks like he is at the end. Look at that. Mile an hour for Rami. What's it going to be? Breyer with a 147.2 in the Car Buzz Challenger. Rami with a 160.31. Definitely caught up to him mile an hour. Got him. Couple Corvettes coming up here. That's Jim England there, the 07 Corvette. Tom Kilhoffer, the Grand Sport right next to him, 725 horse in that. Looks like all 720 horsepower of Tom's is working pretty good today. Let's not forget the American Lung Association supports the use of high-octane, low-carbon biofuel as a clean air choice alternative to petroleum fuel because of biofuel's ability to lower tailpipe emissions and combat climate change. The choice is easy. Choose biofuel. 145.5 for Jim. Tom with a 160.43. Now we got Stephen Bartholomew in that Trackhawk. Been a best of 138.5. Brian been a best of 139.6 in that Z06. Trackhawk is going to have a good launch. Let's see what happens. Well, if that's not practicing good social distancing, I don't know what is. He hardcore left that Corvette. As I like to say, he took him to Gapplebees. Let's see what the mile an hour shows, though. Bartholomew in the Trackhawk, 138.04. Brian in that Corvette with a 143.4. Speaking of Corvettes, a couple more coming up. C5 Z06. Hugo in that Z06 Corvette right there. 1,200 horsepower, bit of best of 170.9. Brent, Corvette next to him, but has a 485 horsepower. Haven't seen him yet, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. Big horsepower difference between those two cars, and it showed. Hugo, that Z06 mile an hour, 178.36. That is a new best. He keeps going faster and faster. Brent, no slouch either with a 147.83. I don't think that car was stock. Nicely done there. Vantage point right there at pre-grid. Tony K in that GTR, 565 horsepower, bit of best of 146. Gustav in the Challenger, 707 horsepower. Don't have any mile an hour on him yet. first run. Forget the Red 88 is a high-octane, low-cost vehicle for virtually every single vehicle today. Find unleaded 88 near you at unl88.com. GTR, a little bit of a jump. Probably the mile-an-hour win. Let's find out here. 147.01 for the GTR. Gustav just going through the traps in that Challenger first time out with a 145.16. Pretty good. Look at that Camaro we got coming up. Look at the parachute on that beast. He was going fast. He went a little sideways, you could say, at 200 miles an hour. Let's hope he doesn't do that again. Our friends at the 1320 over there. Looks like they might be putting an in-car camera in that thing. So want to put that out. Pretty windy. You can kind of see right here the flag. Look at this beast. It's getting a little side drafty. A little bit of a tailwind. Definitely not a headwind, but a little side drafty. So watching this Camaro coming up could be interesting just due to the fact yesterday at 200 miles an hour he pulled the chute, went pretty sideways. We hope that doesn't happen. We never want to see that. Of course, Partners 1320 video, that radio channel, saw Carbuzz, that was fun. FX, Revolution.com, Shift Sector, and JeffreyJHart.com. There's your Camaro right there. That's Clark Rosenthal. It was a best of 204.6 yesterday. What's it going to do right now? Like I said, you saw the American flag kind of wavering here. Looked fast to me. Drove through the chute there. Didn't go slideways, so that was good. Mile an hour. 203.07 miles an hour. Woo-wee. Back in the chute. Look at that. That was great. We got Naren coming up in the Z06 yesterday, best of 166.6. Mark in the GT350 was a best of 140.4. Seen right there. Beautiful Indiana Corn Marketing Council flag bending in the wind. Gorgeous day out here in Marion, Indiana. There's our grid girl, Chrissy. Corvette chewed that Mustang up bad on that one. Mile an hour, 165.08 for Naren. Mark varies in that GT350. Still waiting for his mile an hour to pop up here. While we wait for that mile an hour, there's our Carbuzz Hellcat again, right there. 009, throwing the sign, Carbuzz. Check them out online. That's right, I made a rhyme. I'll be here all day, I promise. Mark Berry's there in that GT350, did a 141.1. Now we got Briar Madden in the Challenger Hellcat against Mike Geiserman in that Grand Sport. That's our Carbuzz. Boom. Somebody needs to show Geiserman where that gas pedal is. A little late to the party here. Carbuzz not waiting around. That plum crazy purple plum pulled out for the mile an hour and lead. 150.6 for Carbuzz Challenger. 145.7 for Mike Geiserman. Got a Lambo coming up. Todd Durham in that Huracan. He was bad fast yesterday all day long. About 151.9s. Paul Fox in that Z06 with a 155.1, did quite a few runs. You can see him right there on the starting line. it's close. Appetizer barely. I don't even think he got a chance to finish that appetizer. What's that mile an hour going to look like? 155.6 and 153.06 for the Huracan, so basically advantage Corvette that time around. Nice looking Camaro pulling up here. It's Ryan Scholler, Christopher Abrucetti in the GT500. Looking car there. This thing's definitely got some meats on the back. Gonna need it. That big GT500 power. He's been a best of 136.3. Ryan's been a best of 130.5. One of them with a real slow shift. I'm sure that didn't help their mile an hour. Either way, Ryan Scholler coming up there in the Camaro. Looks like Christopher Ampersetti with a 135. Ryan Scholler with a 133. So pretty close. Tyler McGinnity in that M5. That's our unleaded 88 car right there. One of two. Unleaded 88, one of our great syndication partners. So a little correction there. Not a syndication partner. They are the main reason we're here. They are actually our entire broadcast. So my bad. Did a 154.11. That is a new best for the unleaded 88 M5. Up next, we got Seth Moore in the Camaro SS. Dominic McCann in that Corvette. Dominic with a 178.5 in the Corvette. Seth been a best of 153.7. What's it going to be now? See at the bottom of your screen. Dominic driving through the traps, through the chute. Mile an hour coming up, 182.19, new best of the weekend for him. Congratulations. Seth Moore, the 145.3. Like I was saying, at the bottom of the screen, like in ticker tape fashion, you can see our fastest of the day / weekend popping up. Got another treat coming up. I see the Josh Kalis 69 Camaro making its way to the starting line. Right now we got John Vanelek in the Turbo S up against Richard Lacoste in that Z06. 10 miles an hour separates these two. See it right there on your screen. Porsche taking a few bus lengths off the Corvette, mile an hour. John and the Porsche 163.3 to a 151.2 for Ricardo. Another Mustang pulling up here. That's Mark Colglazer in that Mustang GT. Been a best of 167.8, 1,000 horsepower this beast. Takes a lot of horsepower to get these big Mustangs through the wind, I think. Seems like 1,000 or more gets him in the 160, 170 club. Takes 1,500 to get near 200. Not a lot of Mustangs up there. Spinning's winning. He's doing a good job. Looked like a good, fast, clean pass there. 2012 GT. Mile an hour for Mark. 171.89. That's almost 4 miles an hour faster. John Moore coming back in that Z06. Robert Paxton in that Mustang. You see right there. A little Mustang on Corvette crime action. Corvette for the initial jump. Put a couple lengths on him there at the end. 154.06 for John, 151.5 for Robert. Good looking GTR coming up to the line. That's Jeff Knott. 1,047 horsepower. I know I've called his car numerous times. James Bolus there in that Challenger, been a best of 127.77. Jeff, 1,047 horsepower. What's it going to do? We're going to find out live right now at the Indy Airstrip Attack. Must be doing some test hits. It's crazy the speed difference between those two. So he's doing test hits, obviously, because he got way out of it, and then they eased back into it in the GTR, but still beat the Dodge all the way down to the end by a long shot. Like I said, 147.1 is not indicative of what that car will do. 126.6 for the Challenger. Todd Durham in the Huracan. Paul Fox in the Z06. They're back for some more. 153.06 to 155.66. Pretty close. Couple beautiful cars. I think Paul might have mile an hour him. Unleaded 88 in the house. There you go. Todd with a 154.8 to a 153.6. Advantage Lambo that time. Now we got Josh Kalis' 69 Camaro. Been a best of 190.36 this weekend. Car's done a best of 192. Look how beautiful that car is. Hang on to your shorts. Chrissy with the go. Kalis' Camaro with the no. He's going to sneak up on it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And we're still waiting for it. He's easing up to it. Almost there. Gas pedal's the one to the far right. I know he knows that. There we go. Getting sideways hard. Spun through the traps. I could hear that on my end. That looked real fast. What is the mile an hour going to be? 187.03 on that run. I'm telling you, he was spinning a lot down the airstrip on that run. That was crazy. Scott Swanson in the CTS-V coming up. Been a best of 135.1. Tony in this RS7, 680 horsepower. There's the Indiana Corn Marketing Council on the CTS-V. We know what that means. She's going to go fast. But check out the launch on this Audi RS7. Hasn't ran yet, so I don't have a mile an hour. But oh boy, do they get going. Indiana Corn Marketing Council in the house. See what I'm saying? 680 all-wheel drive horsepower will do that. I don't know what those cars weigh, but it's a bunch. And they move. 150.91 for the Audi RS7. Scott Swanson, Indiana Corn Marketing Council with a 135.34. I want to thank the Indiana Corn Marketing Council Council and Unleaded 88 for bringing us this broadcast to you. Appreciate all of their support. Without them, we could not make this happen. Beautiful views. Nice, couple nice cars right here. Here's another launch that's going to happen. Crazy. That's Brent Williams in that Corvette. Beautiful car. Stephen Bartholomew in the Trackhawk. Not only did the Corvette catch him on the big end, I'm sure he mile an hour to 2. Evidence of that is right there. Brent with a 148.7 in the Corvette. Stephen with a 138.5. Here's that beautiful 56 Chevrolet. He just did a best last time of 191.4. Look at that beast. Oh man. It's hooked up. What's it going to do mile an hour? That thing is a giant missile. Woo, boy, I love that. 190.68 miles an hour. Tom in that 56 Chev. Pretty amazing. We've got our unleaded 88 M5 coming up. Mustang doing a little burnout. That's nothing unusual. That's Rami Swan. He's done 10,002 passes this weekend, having a good time. There's our unleaded 88 BMW M5. Of course, unleaded 88 is the clean, high-octane, 15% ethanol blend that is engine smart and earth kind. Find Unleaded 88 near you at unl88.com. Cold or rolling corn, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Of course, you can find Unleaded 88 in all these states that I know about. Looks like we're going to have to get timing and scoring to maybe take a look at that. I know those mile an hour is nowhere near right. We'll get that. But you can find Unleaded 88 here in Indiana, of course, Kentucky, Kansas, Michigan, Illinois, Nebraska, and Missouri. Pretty exciting to have them on board here. Unleaded 88, of course, is clean burning, high octane, lower cost fuel choice for virtually every vehicle on the road today. Find Unleaded 88 near you at unl88.com. Unleaded 88, engine smart, earth kind. Let's not forget, while I'm sitting here kind of waiting for timing and scoring to do their thing, we've got some partners. We've got Casey's. Fill up with Unleaded 88 at your local Casey's and grab a delicious slice of pizza and ice cold beverage while you're there. I did that on my way in this morning. You can see timing and scoring going out there to check what's kind of going on. Casey's is a proud proud supporter of biofuels and glad to be the local convenience store for the INDY Airstrip attack. If you're thirsty, grab a Casey's ice cold beverage before filling up with clean burning, low cost Unleaded 88 at local Casey's near you. Also, we got Dover Fueling Solutions, a leading global provider in advanced customer-focused technologies, services, and solutions in the fuel and convenience retail industries. Of course, we're back here live at the INDY Airstrip attack. Appreciate everybody being here. You can kind of see the wind. It's kind of changing on us right here at the American flag. Sorry, didn't mean to. I almost touched it. Didn't mean to do that. We're having a good time out here. Glad you're able to join us. Of course, we're coming live on 1320video.com, that racing channel. Car Buzz, which we've seen them out here in that beautiful plum crazy purple Hellcat, Street FX, Shift Sector, and of course JeffreyJHart.com. Appreciate everybody. We have Revolution.com, of course. That's the Rev crew. That's part of them right there. That's Chrissy. You can find her on Instagram. Her handle is Chrissy for Cars. That's right. Hi, Chrissy. Wave at the camera. We have 2 grid girls this weekend. We have Josephine and then Chrissy, which I just introduced you to. Timing and scoring, they're down there checking that out. When it gets a little breezy and windy, you can see him. He's pointing. So pointing means something. I'll just narrate for you. But see, you left the doors open on the rental cars. So that means they're not going to be there very long. That's what that means. Lots of pointing and running. I should narrate this right now. It'd be kind of fun. I'm going to take my hat off, scratch my head. Okay. Yep. I'm going to run over here. I'm going to touch that. I'm going to run over here. Looks like he's making laps. I'm not sure what's going on. But I can assure you the Revolution.com team will get it sorted out. They always do. Timing and scoring does a fabulous job out here at the shift sector events. We want to make sure our timing is 100% accurate. Not an easy thing to do when you're out in the middle of a cornfield. I'm just saying. Back at our launch pad, looks like we're getting ready to go green. Bring the best that is half-mile racing to you at the Indy Airstrip Attack. We are live. Looks like Chrissy's wearing the Vengeance Racing cat suit. Good view from our camera team, broadcast team here. We're ready to go back. So we got Gustav Peipenberg in that Challenger, been a best of 145.1. Brian Tisch in a Z06, been a best of 143.4. We're getting ready to let these things eat. I don't know about you. Let them eat. I'm hungry. Close. Making their way down. The Challenger pulled out of it, or his foot slipped off the gas pedal. I'm not sure which. I'd say he's probably he's off the loud pedal for sure. Not sure what happened there. Brian Tisch with a 139.93. Gustav, I'm not sure he broke the speed limit. Nope, 83.24. I guess he kind of officially did. Timing and scoring looking good, though. They're back at it. That's fantastic. Got a beautiful Mustang and another Corvette pulling up. That's Glenn Griffiths in his GT 500, 600 horsepower. I don't have any mile an hour on him yet. Nice looking car. Tom Kilhofer, of course, in that Grand Sport, 725 horse, been a best of 160.43. Indiana Corn Marketing Council flags, shift sector flags, kind of wisping in the wind. Wait for the okay to let them go. We got it, and go. That is the entire Gapplebee's menu that was just served on that Mustang. The whole thing. I'm telling you right now, we went Gappetizer, we went full course menu. That was crazy. 162.05 for Tom in that Grand Sport, 139.5 for Glenn. Not sure what happened. He still picked up some good mile an hour, though. It's kind of crazy how it played out. Jamie Mudpower in that 10 Camaro. Jennifer Harper, she's been bad fast all weekend. 159.5 for her best, 146.3 for Jamie. Look at that Indiana Corn Marketing Council flag bending in the wind. Jamie Mudpower got the early lead this time. Jennifer giving it her all of it. Mile an hour coming up for them. See the Revolution flag bent over too. 154.8 for Jennifer Harper. Jamie with a 147.2. Jennifer with a mile an hour advantage that time around. Looks like we got Slava in that 920 horse BMW M6. Of course, they're from MAB Indy. They brought a host of cars here. Beautiful. Scott Swanson in the CTS-V with the got the unleaded 88 sticker, of course, running that in Slava's 920 horse car. Been a best of 170 and change. Got a little loose there at the beginning. Scott Swanson with the jump. Got Slava off guard just a smidge. Looks like it's going to make up for it at the end. Gapitizer enhancement done. Slava, no joke in that 920 horse M6. 166.30 to 137.03 for that one. Look at these beautiful cars. I like the blue wheels on that. I think that's what I'm seeing right there. Yeah, it is. That looks good that way. Seth Moore in the Camaro SS. I don't have info on that car. Good looking car though. A Corvette. I don't know why I like the blue wheels, but I do. That's Brian Melton. 400 horse in that Corvette. Nice looking car. Got the Smurf wheels. Smurfing it up. Not something you see every day, but I'm a fan. Seth Moore in the Camaro SS, 700 horse. Looks like he got the top speed there off that one. 151.7 to Brian's 144.0 at Papa Smurf wheels. Looked good, ran good. Looks like we got a Porsche coming up against that Dodge 53. Sean in that 911 Turbo, but a best of 162.7 in that car. They brought some bad, fast Porsches here. James Bolus in that Challenger, but a best of 127.77. A lot of sevens in there. Jump. Porsche sleeping at the line. I don't think that's going to matter. Going to go around the outside, round the outside. He's using all 680 horsepower right there. Definitely showed. 163.8 for the Porsche, 128.02, which is a new best for James. It's also a new best for the Porsche that time around. Looks like we got a ZR1 coming up. Not sure if he's having trouble doing a burnout or if he can't figure out which one's the gas or brake, but he's getting tossed around in the cabin in that thing. Not sure what he's doing. Let's hope he's just now turned traction control off. I'm not sure. Looked pretty violent in there. That's Larry Magnus in that Corvette. Bit of best of 152.4. Roy Binkley, Camaro SS, 700 horse, bit of best of 154.2. Not much separates these two other than maybe driver mod. Looked like he figured it out, got a good start. Just not as good as the Camaro next to him. Roy Binkley with a 153.1. Larry coming up there on the backside with a 129.9. Show that man where the gas pedal is, I feel. Look at that burnout. Stuart Libby right there, T1. Beautiful S2000. That thing looks as mean as could be. Looks like he took the wing off this time around, looking for that 200-mile-an-hour pass. I'm rooting for him for sure. Stuart Libby. Let's see what he can do. He's got the wing off. He got out of it. Looks like he had some traction problems. Now he's got the wing off. Noticed right around probably, I'm guessing, 150 or so miles an hour or more, he started losing traction. finding the value of that wing. Great try, though, Stuart. Good job. Now he knows that wing is helping him in the traction department. Beautiful Super Leggera Lambo Gallardo coming up. Hope I'm saying his name right. Cision. Hope I'm not butchering that. Last time out, 204.64 miles an hour. Look at that one. Looks like he's on a pretty good pass. That looked fast to me. A little smoke there at the end. Mile an hour coming up. 206.61 miles an hour. That is definitely a new best for them for the weekend. Mustang doing a burnout there. Shout out to 1320 Video, who's on our site shooting features all weekend, as well as syndicating our live feed. There they are right there on our on their Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to stop by 1320video.com. See their fresh merch lineup for 2020, including their top-selling retro t-shirts. I love those, by the way. We've got over 100 other items. Check them out, 1320 Video. Well, there you go. That's how you do it, Mustang. And either broke or he stopped. Not sure what happened, Robbie. He's going, all right. Trackhawk waited not at all. Not sure what happened to Robbie there. It's the first time I've seen him kill it at the beginning, but it's still moving. I'd like to thank all of our other syndication partners, CarBuzz, That Racing Channel, Street FX, Revolution.com, Shift Sector, and of course, JeffreyJHart.com. Beautiful looking RX-7 over there. Julian Bassler. I've read that name a few times. Naran Durai, the Z06. That is a nice looking FD right there, that RX-7. Don't have any information on the car. Naran right there in that Z06, 166.6, best up. Let's see what he did that. There you go. He keeps going faster. 170.71. We're waiting for the FD to cross the finish line. Did it do it yet? Oh, there it is. 122.9. Here we go. We got unleaded 88 coming back in Slava's M6. He's been getting faster all weekend long. 920 horsepower in the unleaded 88 MABIndy.com M6. Indiana Corn Marketing Council right there in that CTSV. Scott Swanson, been a best of 137.03. Getting a little breezy. It looks like we're coming up on a tailwind a little bit more. There's Indiana Corn Marketing Council right there. Slava in the MABIndy.com M6. Just punishing people this weekend. I didn't even know you could make an M6 that fast. 167.79 for him. Scott with a 137.83. Got another GTR and that beautiful GT500 coming back. I think I followed that GTR in. He took the wrong exit and ended up down somewhere else. He was like, I thought he went to a gravel road. I was like, I was going to help him. Not sure if that's the one or not. Might be, might not be. Thomas Harris, GTR. Glenn Griffiths, GT500. 191. That's definitely not the one I followed in. 191.6 for Thomas. Best so far. 1,600 horse in that car. Let's see what it's going to do. I'm excited. Sounded healthy, looked like a good pull to me. Mile an hour coming up. I was going to say that looked over 200, 205.2 miles an hour for Thomas Harris. 1,600 horse in that GTR. Congratulations to him. I'm not sure if that's his first 200 mile an hour pass or not, but it was that time. Glenn Griffiths, 140.93. Here you go. Vengeance Racing in the house. This very well may be the first documented half-mile pass in a Corvette C8. Number 000. You're seeing it unfold live here. I'm not sure what they've done with this car, if anything yet. I don't have a lot of stats on it. I can tell you that it is a Vengeance Racing C8 Corvette. Looks to be lowered a bit, have wheels and tires. Other than that, I don't know much about the car other than, damn, it looks good. Right now you're watching, I believe, the first half-mile pass in a C8 Corvette. Looks like he was in and out of the power a little bit there. Probably doing a little test pass. I wouldn't say that's going to be the best mile an hour for the car just yet. Looks like they're doing a little practice, which is good because for me, I don't have the mile an hour anyway, so I won't even announce it. There's our unleaded 88 Dodge. Mark Bayless, Tom Kilhoffer on the other side there in that Grand Sport. Been a best of 162. Beautiful cars right there, huh? That blue, beautiful Dodge, unleaded 88 Beast. Little spin right next to the Corvette for a moment anyway. $159.07 for Tom. Mark in that unleaded 88 Dodge, 132.5. Speaking of Dodge, we got another one. Little Nissan GTR next to them, or next to him, I should say. That thing looks like a limo. It's a beast. Gonna toss it through the air out here in beautiful Marion, Indiana at the Indy Airstrip attack. Spins around, would it be a 370? Not sure. James Bullis in that Charger. It's been a best of 128.02. Waiting for my Nismo. I don't know, that is not a GTR. That is a 370Z. Yep. I do not see the information coming up on my screen. You can see it right there. That is definitely not a GTR. Make tacos, not war. That is a good, that, you know what, that's a good saying right there. Make tacos, not, we have all, who doesn't like tacos? I love tacos. Thank you for that camera angle on the Vengeance Racing catsuit. Appreciate that. James Bullis right here in the Challenger. Somebody that we don't know in the 370Z. I just don't have the info yet, is what I'm saying. So the guy in the 370Z is going backwards for a reason. Apparently he thought he was just going to show up and race without registering his car, which is why we don't have the information. Not 1,000% sure why he got as far as he did, but nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and send him right back to the doghouse. Meanwhile, James Bullis, who is registered, is going to make another pass. And that is a Charger, but listed as a Challenger. My bad. The car owner may not know what he's driving when he registered. So we got registration stuff. When you register your cars here at a Shift Sector Airstrip attack, please register the correct car so I don't look like a goofball. That was James Bullis in the Dodge. That's what I'm going to call it now with a 127.80. Larry Magnus coming back in that 19 Corvette against Jennifer Harper in that Camaro. He's been running that thing all weekend. Real fast, too, by the way. Been a best of 159.5. know a lot about the Corvette. It says 2019 Corvette. Don't know a lot about the 19 Corvette. I'm assuming it's a ZR1. I don't know. 785 horsepower. I would assume it would probably go a little faster than that and a half, but I could be wrong. 155.1 for Larry. 158.6 for Jennifer Harper in her Camaro. So less horsepower in the Camaro supposedly than the Corvette and faster. Mark Berry's in his GT350 up against Austin Washington in his Mustang GT. Pretty cool apple green Mustang. Did a lot of passes yesterday. Best of 129.4. Mark in the GT350, best of 141.1. Check out that beautiful Indiana Corn Marketing Council flag. Wind keeps changing directions out here just a little bit at a time. Mark in the GT350, 526 horse, yard sale in Austin in the apple green Mustang. Beautiful cars out on a gorgeous day out here. 129.7 for the apple green Mustang. Mark waiting for his mile an hour to pop up. You don't see it popping up. Oh, here's the Vengeance Racing car coming up. Fastest mile an hour of the weekend, fastest C7 in the half mile in the world. Vengeance Racing out here at the Indy Airstrip Attack in the house. Mark Berry's in that GT350 ran a 141.2 for the record. You can see all our fast runs at the bottom of the ticker tape. We're going to just destroy the tires. Claim 2,000 horsepower. I guarantee it's making all of that. See what it's going to do. We'll keep going faster and faster. Fire and safety has been alerted. Oh, he's definitely in it. He had some traction issues. Let's see what the mile an hour is going to look like. Michael Stout, Vengeance Racing. Your fastest C7, 214.69 miles an hour. Wow. That makes 4 passes well over 200 miles an hour. That one was a 214.6. Their record is 216.35 and still stands. Congratulations. That pass would have been a lot faster had it not been for traction issues. You can hear him pedaling that all the way down. Good job, Michael Stout and his racing. Got the Trackhawk back. About launched it through the windshield there when he got off. That was funny. Daniel Bartram in that Z06. Stephen Bartholomew in that Trackhawk. Trackhawk been a best of 138.5. Daniel in the Z06, 157.4. Lining them up. Trackhawk with the early lead, but not for long. Z06 with the slingshot pass. So his flag's bending over, a little bit of a tailwind. 156.6 for Daniel in the Z06. 138.08 for Bartholomew. Another Corvette coming up. Looks like that BMW, he was here yesterday. Beautiful car. It's fast too. Remember, I'll have it come up here on my screen. I don't remember exactly how fast, but it was fast enough, that's for sure. Tom Kilhofer in that Grand Sport. Patrick Kennedy in that 135i. He's been a best of 165.5. Tom's been a best of 162.05 in that Grand Sport. BMW is sleeping on the line there. Still going to have a good mile an hour. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Tom in the Grand Sport with a 159.6. Here we go. Patrick Kennedy with a new best of 166.2. There's that beautiful Camaro parachute and all. Waiting for him to come off pre-grid onto the launch pad. I'd like to thank once again Indiana Corn Marketing Council and Unleaded 88 for bringing this broadcast to you. Appreciate all of their support. See that beautiful Camaro right there. Probably going to do a solo pass. I'll find out here in a moment. This car is pretty fast too, and I know they've been playing with it all weekend. It's Dan Trickle. He's also 1200 horse. He's also from the Vengeance Racing Camp. Been a best of 175.1. Looks good and clean through the traps there. .170.78 that pass. Dan Trickle sneaking up on it. There's our unleaded 88 Mopar. Mopar on Mopar crime right now.
Repeat, Jeff.
Unleaded 88. They make fuel and it's great. Okay, I'll stop the rhymes. I'm so sorry. It was just right there. A little Mopar and Mopar action. Mark Bayless and that Challenger Scat Pack. That's our unleaded 88 Challenger. James Bolus in the Mopar. Been a best of 128.02. That was his last pass, I believe. He's the one who wasn't sure what he was driving during registration. That's okay. Looks like we got Josephine, our other grid girl, coming out. Looks like that unleaded 88 fuel is doing its job. Definitely for the win on that Mopar on Mopar action. Mark Bayless with a 132.7 to a 127.3. Unleaded 88 pulling it out for the win. See those flags spinning over. Pretty good side slash tailwind out here. There's our grid girls. That's Josephine there to your right and Chrissy. Find her on Chrissy4Cars on Instagram. Rocking the Vengeance Racing. Hi, Chrissy. How are you doing? Wave to all your fans. Hi, Josephine. So probably just doing a little download sesh. Or who knows? Could be talking about the next spa session. I don't know. Either way, they do a fantastic job for us here. Always appreciate our grid girls. Dennis Morgan, 15 Z06. Jim England, Z06. Little Z06 action here. A little new and old. 166.5 for the 15 Z06. Jim with a 149.01. Something might have happened to the C7 there. I'm not sure what. Could be clutch related. He's still moving under his own power, but definitely something happened there right at the starting line. Sounded like he was spinning. I'm thinking it might be clutch went bye-bye. 147.98 for Jim in the 07 Z06. Dennis Morgan with some problems. Hopefully everything's okay. Here we go. We got our first Tesla of the weekend. I called the Tesla world record. Can't remember where that was exactly, but I want to say it was 136 and change, if I'm not mistaken. See what this one will do. They are bad fast on the launch. Looks like the thing's just sitting still in that camera angle, doesn't it? Pretty crazy. Electric cars are probably our future. Got the apple green Mustang right there of Austin, Washington. This could be a pretty good race, mile an hour wise. Again, Tesla world record currently is held by Lucas English Racing. And I want to say it was a 136. I could dig through and find that. But let's see what this one will do. If it goes faster than that, I'm either wrong or they set a new world record. We're going to find out. Have any information on the Tesla, so I wonder if we've got a non-registered car once again. FYI, quarter mile world record for Tesla unmodified is 11.4. Like I said, Tesla mode engaged. Let's see what it does mile an hour. Austin's like, what just happened? The car doesn't have a number, man. What's up? So Austin just flying through the traps there. I don't know if I'll get a Tesla mile an hour or not. Maybe they can tell me in my ear. But either way, Austin with a 127.01. Tesla, I don't have that mile an hour because I don't think they're registered. Not sure what's up there. There's that beautiful RX-7 FD. Looks like they're coming back with it. Looks like another C7 next to them. I am looking for that Tesla mile an hour for those that are asking. Hopefully they'll let me know in my ear. It's Julian Bassler in that beautiful 95 RX-7. Been a best of 122.9 so far. Ricardo Lacosta in that Z06. 550 horse in that. Been a best of 153.3.
That's the one that I just got handed to me.
Copy.
Great looking cars. That's right, the RX-7 has null horsepower. Null. 125.8, so that's better that time around. 152.4 for Ricardo in the Z06. Looks like we got the Mopar back. Number 53. The big limo Mopar. What's the wheelbase on that thing, like 25 feet? Pretty fast. It's an SRT, of course. Camera guys doing a great job. There's Josephine. James Bolus out there in that Charger, but a best of 128.02. See the nice breeze out there. 126.94 that time around. Just kind of waiting for some more cars. There we go. More Corvette action. Lots of beautiful Corvettes here this weekend. Dennis Morgan, Jim England, back at it. Made a good pass there. Like the other Z06 might have shut down. Jim England, not sure what happened there. Dennis Morgan with a 155.7. Jim England, did he break the speed limit? Not even sure. Waiting for that. I guess he did. 78.4. Here's our unleaded 88 Mopar. Back at it. Tell you that unleaded 88 fuel must be really reliable. This car's made probably 25 passes, if not more. Mark Bayless at the wheel there. Engine smart, earth kind. Now you can fill up with a fuel that's great for your engine, great for the environment, great for your wallet. Unleaded 88 is engine smart, earth kind. Find unleaded 88 near you at unl88.com. All right, looks like we got the 370Z with the registration number. Got that sorted out, so now you can make a pass. Of course, we got that beautiful apple green Mustang. That's Austin, Washington, I believe. So Alex Corona in the Nissan 370Z Nismo. 600 horsepower in that beast. 001, gonna make a pass. Right now. Pretty Nismo gizmo right there. 400 horse or 600 horse in that. 400 in the Mustang. Waiting for that mile an hour to pull up 149.6 for the 370Z. 129.01 for Austin, Washington. Good job there. Clark Rosenthal, 2010 Camaro. He's got a best of 204.6. Watch this car for sure. It's fast. Drove through chutes. That's a good boy there. He went sideways yesterday not doing that, so that's why I said 201.79 miles an hour. Yet another over 200 mile an hour pass from him. A little over 2,000 horsepower is what I show. Oh, yeah. There's our 56 Chev. He's been over 190 miles an hour numerous times. How do you not like a 56 Chev, especially like that all black out? Coming out here, run the half mile, hood off. That doesn't get a lot, it doesn't get any meaner looking than that. That's Tom Brett's 56 Chev. Got a best of 191.4. There's 1320 right there, getting all the action. Listen to that thing eat. Mile an hour coming up. 191 even right there. Wow, that car is fast. Love that. By the way, that was Robbie Swan in that Tesla Model S. He did run a 138.2. I will confirm whether that's a new world record or not. I'd have to dig through. That's a 2016 model Tesla Model S. All right, we've got a little bit of debris on the track. We'll be back for our next session. I just want to thank everybody for watching the Indy Airstrip Attack. Of course, that's brought to you by the Indiana Corn Marketing Council and Unleaded 88. This is a Revolution Shift Sector event. Once again, I'm Jimmy Shaberg, and thank you for tuning in today. We would like to thank our syndication partners for bringing this live stream to you. That's CarBuzz, That Racing Channel, Street FX, and 1320 Video. Today's broadcast is being produced by Revolution, Shift Sector, and JeffreyJHart.com. Don't you worry, you're going to have to come back and see us. We're going to be doing some more stuff. The cars are going to get faster. It's going to be pretty crazy. You're not going to want to miss a beat.
I'm proud to grow the corn that goes into unleaded 88 fuel. Unleaded 88 fuel is the clean burning 15% ethanol blend that is better for our air and earth kind.
Not only is unleaded 88 cleaner, but it's a higher octane, lower cost fuel source that fits virtually every vehicle on the road today. It's going to help your vehicle run more efficiently.
Now, unleaded 88 is great for my race cars because it enhances power, is more affordable, and better for the environment. Now look for that blue and yellow pump to win.
This is Emma. She cares about her kids and our environment. And this is Nate. He loves his car and loves to drive. They both fill up with unleaded 88. Emma knows unleaded 88 keeps our air cleaner and healthier. Nate knows unleaded 88 is safe for his engine with higher octane for better performance. And they both really like the money they save at the pump. Emma and Nate think unleaded 88 is pretty darn great. Unleaded 88. Engine smart, earth kind.